Gangs, it's Castle Death Row. I'm actually in my alt account today. I'm going to show you how to use an auto clicker. Pretty excited for this video. It makes the world of difference. First, I'm going to show you how to find it, and then I'm going to show you the one I use, and then we'll get right after it. So I'm an Android guy, so I don't know exactly what you would use with iPhone. I do know there's a thing called TinyTask. I think that's for computers, but you know, you can find something. I just typed in auto clicker. Now the one I use is that fifth one down that looks like a mouse. Easy to use. I'll show you that here in a minute. I have tried that top one. I believe an ad or something popped up in the beginning, which I'm not a fan of, and it seemed like a little bit harder to use. So find one that works for you. Like I said, that fifth one is awesome. So now I'm going to show you that right now. It's right here. So now when you click on it, it's going to open up. You will have to give your phone permission to access it, which if it doesn't already, it should pop up. You just go in your settings, allow the permissions, and boom, you can use it. So the top one here, the start single target mode, is going to be one target. So what that means is this thing I'm moving around right here, you're only going to be able to use one. So this is good for games that you have to click on something or whatever. Or what I use this for sometimes is I don't even really use it for the auto clicker. I'll put it at like somewhere on the screen where it's not hitting nothing on a game. And I'll use it if I'm grinding on something. I'll play another game where I grind and maybe overnight. So I'll set the auto clicker somewhere where it's not hitting nothing, just so my screen don't time out. And then the phone will stay on all night long if I want to use it like that. However, that's not what we're using today. We're going to actually use, and I'll show you how to use the settings in a little bit. So to turn this off and select the other one, just hit that X button right there, and it'll close that one. And what we're going to use is the multi-target mode. Click on that, and I'll show you how to use this here in a second once we go back into the game. All right, so the first thing I'm going to show you is how to use it with donating. So I don't know about you, but I freaking hate donating nonstop with, automatically clicking with your thumb or whatever. So what you're going to do is I use 6. So hit that plus button 6 times. You're going to see the numbers there pop up. So you can move these now. You just hold them. And I'm going to set them up, and I'm going to tell you why I set them up this way. Actually, wait. I'm missing one. No, I'm not. What happened? Okay, so I got 1 and 2 at the top. Oh, I put them in the wrong spot. So what I usually try to do is I try to make it so I can see the resource that's there, which is the wood. And I'll tell you why here in a second. So I go, okay. So the bottom ones I set up alternating. So I have 3 on the left, 4 on the right, 5 on the left, 6 on the right. I don't remember exactly why I did that. I think it has something to do with clicking the bottom ones and making sure they get clicked. The top ones are really important. 1 and 2 needs to be like that because when it hits the gold, it's going to automatically reset and use the gold. The 120 or whatever it is. I don't remember. But it's going to automatically reset and you're going to be able to run this. The thing I want to show you, which is very important, is see at the top where it's going up and it says 8,000. That's because this is a new alliance, and I had to make this video 3 times. Somebody came to my door and I got interrupted and stuff, but so I already did the first star. However, the second star is the one that's going right now. Now, it's very important. You're going to want to do this on the ones that are big. Like a lot of you are in alliances that the science is almost done or like has a lot done. You're going to go for the ones that have a lot, like million, 14 million, 7 million. Not this little 8,000 one. That's not the good one to pick unless you're actually going to sit here and watch it, because I'm going to show you once it gets up to 8,000. You see it just reset the gold. I'm going to show you what it does. So this is very important because if you have most of them done, it's going to automatically click a different one If there's one there that's not completed, let me just let it finish so I can show you what I mean. So it's getting close. Just give it a second. That's why I picked this short one so I could show you. Okay, now it's getting real close. So I would actually reset. So see how it jumped to a different one though? See where the stars are? That's not the same one we were doing. So this is what happens. I'm going to stop this for a second. So what happens is once that star is finished, it jumps back to this screen and it automatically clicked on that one below it, this one down here. So it automatically clicked on this one. So see, we weren't even doing that. We were doing the first one at the top. So what happened when this was done, it clicked on that one down here automatically because it was on like one of those numbers when it was clicking. So it's going to jump into another one. So that's why I say, make sure you're doing one that has like millions, where it says 8,000 there, where it says 600/8,000. Do one that has like a lot. That way you can set it and you don't have to keep an eye on it as much. You can let it run half hour, 2 hours, and you can just glance at it every once in a while, see where it's at. And once you see it's getting close to the end, either stop it, go to another one, or just finish it, but watch it. Because what's going to happen is if it jumps to one of these that have like the ones that you donate gold and you have to donate 1,000 per each click, you're going to donate all your gold. So make sure you pay attention. Make sure you're on a good one that's not going to do that. I don't want to deter you from doing this because this is an awesome method and I use it every time I donate now because I hate sitting here and doing it by myself. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to show you, and is the last thing, is going to be how I set up to do send resources. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send resources to my main, which what I usually do is scroll in all the way just so you don't hit your like, your marches and it doesn't mess it up. So I kind of put the first one kind of on the more to the edge of the castle. And now I'm not going to start an auto clicker yet. I'm going to set it up first. So what I mean is I'm going to click it myself. So I'm going to click the castle. Now I want the second one right here where this, the resource thing is, the resource help. I'm going to click on that myself. Now, if you're doing safe resources, you can only do that wood and that food. You're going to set your third one up here. And it's going to automatically click on it like that. Now, I can't do it because I haven't been in this alliance for 3 days, but I just wanted to show you that. And if you do send safe food to your main castle where you eat food like crazy, it's not going to eat it at all. I've tried it. I tested it. It works. Do not send your regular food. You're not going to be able to eat it. I use the regular food. I've been building this other castle as a farm castle. So I use that food to upgrade my buildings, but I always send my safe food to my main. The wood, it doesn't matter. It's not going to eat it. So what you're going to do, if you're not doing safe resources, don't even worry about putting number 3 up there. You're going to put number 3 wherever you want it. So right now I'm going to do this wood. So I'm going to put it up myself manually until I finish it. So the 4th one's going to go down here. If you have the safe resources, obviously it's going to be, number 4 is going to be on the wood and 5 is going to be at the bottom. But we don't have it like that. So now we only need 4. We would need 5 clicks if we're doing the safe. So we can delete number 6 and number 5 because we only need 4. And because that's going to hit that. Okay, just make sure you don't put the X at the top. You can click this below the green arrow to kind of minimize it. Now, what I do is I go back to my castle and this is where I started. However, I'm going to show you something. It's not going to work yet because we gotta adjust something. So see how it's just clicking? You don't want that. So what you need to do is you need to go into each number and adjust it. Now this is important for, you gotta adjust this. It's like 1,200 or 1,500 to make sure that your marches keep going. So you might have to play with it a little to make sure like once you're doing your sixth one, that first one should be back, so it keeps running continuously. Now, this is very important. The top one where it says one time, you're going to keep it at one. If you have it any higher, it's not going to work right. That's the repetitions. So if you had it at like 1,000, it's going to click that one 1,000 times before it goes to the number 2. You don't want that. You want one per each one. The thing you want to adjust is the interval. So I think it's 12 or 1,500. Let's try 1,500 for them. I usually use the 5. The 5 because I'm usually doing safe resources to my castle. But so yeah, it may need adjusted a little bit, but I'll show you that right now. So boom, you're gonna save them all. Make sure they're all good. Now make sure I have this set up. Okay. So boom, it's gonna click it automatically, and boom, it's gonna send it. Next one. So you don't want it super fast, because if you have it too fast, your march, your last march, is not going to be back by the time your 6th march is sending. So, or your 7th march actually, because you're going to have 6 sent. Your first one needs to come back before your 7th march sends, because if it's not back in time, it's not going to continuously go, and it's going to have issues. So see how right there, it's not going to send because I have 6 marches out. So what you're going to do, like I said, I usually do the 5 clicks, so it takes longer. That's why it's not exactly right. So you would just want to, if you're not doing safe resources, you just want to like adjust these to where they're higher numbers. Once you find that sweet spot though, it's going to be the same every time. Every time you set it up, the only difference that's off for me right now is, like I said, I've never did with the 4 clicks. I always did it with the 5. So let's try this. Let's see what happens. We're gonna send it, and you can pick any resources you want. I don't know. I think it's like 2 billion wood or food you can send a day to one castle before it's like maxed out. You can't send no more to that person. So you could send like 2 billion food every day safe, and if you're doing the sciences and it takes a lot of resources, you can literally keep sending it and, have all those safe resources. Because I have like so much safe resources in my my backpack that I haven't even opened. So, see, I would have to slow it down a little bit because I don't know if you've seen it. That march is just getting back about the same time it's sending it. So actually this might be perfect. This actually might be perfect. Because it's literally hitting that resource button right there, right when the march is getting back. So I would maybe slow it down just a little bit more, just to be safe. Like if you're gonna like do some stuff around the house while it's running, but it's that easy. So these are the 2 things I use this for. I do want to show you one more thing before I end the video. I'm gonna stop this. I don't use it for this game, but I'm going to show you what else is on this auto clicker real quick. And I'm just going to close all these. So if you're playing another game where you want to move, on the screen plus click at the same time, you have this little finger arrow button. If you see it above the plus button, if you click on this, it's going to have this line, right? So wherever you set this line, it shouldn't click, but it should move your, basically move you on your screen. So if I click this arrow button, it's moving me. See how it's moving me? So now if you have that one and you set up, so it's going to move toward the S. See how it says S1, E1? It's going to move the S way. So if you put another one up, click on that finger again, put this S the other way, so the opposite direction. If you're playing a game where you want to move back and forth plus click on things, you could set this up to where you're moving back and forth like this, and you can click. So if there's like multiple targets you want to hit on the screen, you could play with this and adjust it to go back and forth like this and also use the auto clicker. I'm not going to use the auto clicker right now because I don't want to accidentally click on something, bust my shield, and then, you know, while I'm making this video, get freaking annihilated. So that's another feature you can mess around with. I wouldn't recommend it for this game. But hey, this auto clicker I use on other games. I actually just recently started using it on Clash of Kings. So hey, I hope this video helps you. You know, it's a little less annoying to do some of those tasks. There may be other things you can use it for on here, but that's a couple simple things you can use it for. I just showed you how to set it up. So just play with the times. 1500 should be that sweet spot for sending 5 clicks to your safe using your safe resources. And for probably 1800, maybe 1900, setting it up for that interval will be perfect for your non-safe resources. All right, guys, once again, if you want to see any videos, definitely leave some comments. I check my comments. I haven't got any yet. The last time I checked it. I'm doing these videos for you guys, whatever you want to see. Because if you want to see it, other people kind of want to see it. And my main goal of these videos is making videos no one else makes. Because like I search for videos on certain things in the game and I can't find them ever. Or I find these videos, there's one person on YouTube, I cannot stand their videos. I'm not going to throw them under the bus, but every time I click on their videos when I search for something, it's always a bunch of nonsense. They're just playing the game. And what you're trying to watch is like, you know, 30 seconds of the 8-minute video, which makes no sense. And I hate it. And I can't stand that person's videos. But hey, let me know. I'll make those videos for you. I'll post them. Subscribe if you want. That way when I post videos, you can see them. Or just search Death Row 82, YouTube at Death Row 82, and you should be able to find them. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one.